What am I trying to say? It just broke. Well, we still gonna do it. Hey guys, so I just finished up cleaning my face and I just used the Cetaphil Daily Facial Cleanser, and now I'm just going to take a little bit of the Clinique Moisturizing Gel, just a couple pumps of that, and I put it all over my face. Now next I take the Ultra Repair Cream and I just put this a little bit on my forehead and under my eyes and a little bit on my chin, just where I'm a little bit drier. Because I feel like ever since I started using this product, it's really helped my little dry spots that I have on my face. So now I'm going to take the POREfessional Pearl Primer, and I just take the slightest little dot of that, and I just dab this right under my eyes where I have a little bit of bigger pores right in here, just to make my foundation seem a little more smooth. Now I'm just going to take my beauty blender, it's a little damp still, and I use the NARS Luminosity in Glam. I just put a little bit of this on the back of my hand. It is very liquidy for a foundation. Personally, I like more liquidy foundations. I know some people like the little chalky ones, but I am not a fan of those. So now I'm just throwing on some dots all over my face and some right down my neck. So now I just take a beauty blender and just dab that all in and make sure it is all nice and blended. So now I use the Tarte Shape Tape, and I love this concealer just like everyone else does. And I just do a little bit under my eyes and a little bit on the areas I like to highlight. And then I like to put some right under where my contour is going to be. And there we go. Now I just take my damp beauty blender and do this all over again. Okay, so now that that is all nice and blended in, I like taking the Revolution Luxury baking powder, and I just put a little bit of this on the lid, and I take this really small kabuki brush, just dab a little bit in and go right under, and I like to pack that in under my eyes. So I also will take this and I go on my eyelids, and I also like to pack it in on my chin, my nose, and my forehead. So now I will take the slightest bit more of this powder in the top of the lid, just like that, and I take this larger kabuki brush and I take this and I just will throw this all over my skin just to make sure everything is nice and set in place. So now I just take, I use the NYX Bronzer, and I just like to put that right in to contour my cheeks a little bit. I also like to take this up and over on my forehead just to give it a little bit more of a bronzy look to it. So I am not the tannest person in the world. And I also like to take this down my neck a little bit and up and behind my ears just to make it all nice and blended together. So now I like to take that Aspyn x Tarte palette, and I absolutely love the blush in here. And just dab that on. So now I'm just taking the Elizabeth Mott blending brush, and I am just taking the Aspyn x Tarte palette again, and I am tapping a little bit of Santorini Sands and High School Sweetheart, and I am just putting that all over my lid. And then make sure you get it up and over, just a little bit above, closer to your brow bone, and put it into a little cat eye type point over here, and just make sure that's really blended because this is going to be your base color. So following that, I take a little bit of Tea Time, also from the Aspyn palette, and I am just going to layer that a little bit more into the corner, and make sure you're also bringing this up into the crease and a little bit above into the brow bone like we did with the previous colors. Make sure you make that corner noticeable, and make sure you just blend that. So now I'm just taking a little bit of Road Trip and Wanderlust, just a little mix of those, and add that right into the corner up in here. Bit of the black color that's in here. I also like to layer that into this little corner up in here, just to give it a nice bit of dimensions. So after that, I just take a little packing brush, and I take the slightest little bit of concealer, and I'm just using my Shape Tape again, and I take just a little bit on this brush, and I'm just gonna half cut my crease. So after making that concealer, I let it just the slightest bit dry, and then I take the same brush, just clean, and I take a little bit of a gold loose powder, and I just pack that all on here. So once we have that all packed into the concealer, I take a little angled brush, and I go back to the Aspyn palette and use a little bit of Tea Time and put this right over top, layering in the outer corner of the eye. I'll also take a little bit and just slightly take it into where we cut the crease and make that edge just a little less intense. Now I'm just taking a little bit of Tea Time, and I am running this right along my lower lash line and connecting it up into the outer corner of my eye. The Too Faced You Light Up My Life highlighter. It's just a very shimmery gold on a pencil brush, and I'm just gonna pack this right on the inner corner of my eye. Following this step, I am just taking a brow brush and dipping this into your choice of pigment. So after finishing up my brow, I am just gonna go finish up this side of my face and I will be right back. Okay, so I just went and finished up this brow and this eye. Now I am just going to take the same highlighter and pop this on both of my cheekbones. On the end of my nose, my cupid's bow, a little bit on my chin, and then I like to go a little above my arch of my brows and just do a little bit right there. And now I'm just going to go right back in with that same pencil brush we used on our inner corner, and I'm just going to swipe a little bit of this highlighter right under my brow. So now that we're all highlighted, I'm going to just curl my lashes. So now that my lashes are all curled with my apparently broken curler, I'm just gonna pop this on. And I'm just going to take the Faced Hangover Set and Prime and just spray this all over my face. So now if you just want to do a nude lip with the intense eye look, you can take Laura Mercier Royal Orchid, which is just this really light pink nude color. If you're wanting a bolder color to do on the lip and you're still a pinky type gal like I am taking the Clinique liquid lipstick in Wweetheart Pop, which is this very bright pinkish red color. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you leave a comment down below on what you would like to see me do next. All of my social medias are going to be listed right down below, as well as all of the products I used to get this look. Make sure you hit the like button and hit subscribe and turn my bell notifications on. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday.